Cenat just broke the internet after Twitch announced new sexual content rules that will change streaming forever. Also, Kai's hero MrBeast has responded to a legal battle that threatens to ruin his brand. But first, we've got to talk about these huge new rules that Twitch just introduced. This all started with the new topless meta taking over the platform.
What is this meta?
Streamers would appear to be topless while they were live, and this drew a ton of backlash. But people weren't sure how Twitch would respond because their terms of service, or TOS, was kind of unclear around this whole thing. Eventually, Morgpie, one of the faces of the meta, was banned, making everyone think Twitch was going to clamp down. We spoke to Morgpie exclusively, and she thought her ban wasn't justified.
Nobody is breaking the terms of service. Me standing here like this, it's just shoulders. And by the way, I am wearing a shirt. It's just the implied nudity that really freaks people out.
But she also thought this clampdown wouldn't last.
I think if they don't want sexual content on their platform, then they need to outright ban that. But I think it would be very, very difficult for them to do so.
Morgpie's other comments also drew backlash from Amaranth, which we'll get to later. But then Twitch shocked everyone when it announced huge changes to its rules on sexual content. Content that deliberately highlights breasts, buttocks, and the pelvic region is now allowed, as is fictionalized nude art and erotic dancing like strip teases. Fucking hell, what's going on with Twitch? And there's another big change that Cenat took advantage of, which we'll reveal down the line. Overall, these changes have drawn a mixed response. Streamer Asmongold, who's one of Twitch's biggest creators, called the changes a W and argued many streamers cover topics that are inappropriate for kids, so it's unfair only to punish sexual content. Others, like XQC, are not so happy, as he accused Twitch of being hypocritical for allowing sexual content but banning gambling.
You're not gonna fucking gaslight everybody, dude, into fucking protecting the children. I mean, you ban gambling on Twitch and you make everybody rally together. Protect the children, please, please! And then their platform fucking enables pole dancing, twerking, dicks out, and fucking drawings of actual porn on the main fucking screen. Holy fuck!
The changes have seen nude art and other sexual content skyrocket on the platform, and gamers are loving it, as COD Pro Jukies was caught lacking on a Warzone esports broadcast.
Dude, what you looking at?
What's happening here?
Oh.
Who is that?
Huh.
I don't know who that was, but I don't know who that...
Jukies?
Unsurprisingly, Morgpie has also welcomed the changes, but this isn't the end for her, as she's also pissed off fellow streamer Amaranth. And it all started when we asked Morgpie about other streamers who have been banned for similar reasons.
All these girls, they know exactly what they're doing. People have been trying to find ways to poke holes in terms of service for a decade on Twitch. That's why Amaranth is as wealthy as she is. People see that and they see the success that can be made from doing things like what Amaranth did with the hot tub streams.
But Amaranth has hit back at these comments, as she said, hot tubs aren't the main reason I'm wealthy, nor is poking holes in TOS. She even said she was making up to $600,000 a month before hot tubs were even a thing on Twitch, and says the grind and her investments are the real reason for her wealth. Cenat brought a whole new meaning to grind, which we'll get to later on. But next, MrBeast's Feastable bars are under threat. He's being forced to change the name of his peanut butter chocolate bars, which are branded as Deez Nuts.
What's the biggest thing you've ever made?
The biggest thing I've ever made? Probably Deez Nuts.
But it's not for the reason you think. No, Deez Nuts doesn't have to change because it's a little bit rude. Deez Nuts has to change because of these nuts. You see, Deez Nuts already exists, although they're not spelled Deez Nuts. You understand what I'm saying? The lawsuit said MrBeast was using a confusingly similar trademark to a company based out of Jacksonville, Florida, and Deez Nuts won the war. The thing is, you can still grab Deez Nuts on MrBeast's website, and he hasn't said anything about it yet, so we'll have to wait and see what he'll actually name Deez Nuts. Jimmy's silence might be because he's already involved in a separate legal battle, although this one was resolved much quicker. Earlier this year, he encouraged other content creators to react to his content. So when Think Noodles was hit with a copyright claim for doing exactly that, you can understand that he was a little bit annoyed at MrBeast. Thankfully, MrBeast noticed and immediately removed the claim, avoiding another storm of controversy. And speaking of people who keep getting caught up in drama, Pokimane has released a new podcast, and fans are excited about some revelations around her private life. And a massive talking point is a controversial test that she gives to any guy who she takes on a date.
At some point during the dates, I'll just throw out the idea of like, yeah, I'm kind of thinking of retiring. And then I'll listen up real close. I'm like, well, what do you think? If they go, all right, yeah, whatever, do what makes you happy. I know they don't give a flying fuck about my clout.
So, is this a smart way of finding out if a guy truly likes her for who she is? Or is it kind of mean to trick a guy into potentially revealing a red flag with a hard question? We'll let you decide that one. Speaking of dates, Cenat just linked up with a major celebrity, and they pushed Twitch's new guidelines to the limit, and fans were loving it. You see, as well as allowing autistic nudity, Twitch has also changed its rules around pole dancing and twerking. But rather than do that himself, he surprisingly invited the best twerker in the game onto his stream, Nicki Minaj. Twitch previously didn't allow this, but they admitted it unfairly stopped people doing things like pole dance exercise classes. And let's just say Kai got a little bit too excited at the news.
My fault. It just got.
Excuse me?
I know. It just took over.
But there could be a problem that results in Kai getting banned anyway. Because while twerking is technically allowed, it's only allowed in certain contexts. For example, in an IRL stream at a wedding. So will Nicki dancing in Kai's house be considered against TOS? We'll just have to wait and see, but Kai's stream took a bad turn either way when Nicki got thirsty.
And you ain't say after 5 minutes, hey girl, can I get you something to drink?
No. Here's the thing. We was drinking a little bit. Oh God. 1942.
Are you slow?
Huh? What?
You haven't offered me anything to drink.
The stream was a huge hit as it peaked at over 350,000 viewers, and with Twitch being more relaxed about their rules, expect to see more collabs like this in the future. To see how this whole thing started, click this video and keep it locked to Deserto for all the news you'll ever need.